washed down like a dog. And I just was like, I'm not doing this. Like, is this really what you gotta do? What's up, thotties? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm your boy Quan Leon. Call me Quan Leon, whatever you want to do, yada yada yada. It is what it is. Welcome to my channel. You might as well subscribe right now because this word's lit at. So yeah, you might as well just subscribe right now because you won't regret it. You won't wish that you didn't subscribe. You know, like subscribe right now. Period. Stop what you're doing. Just subscribe. Just subscribe because I said so. Just subscribe. Anyways, so from the title of this video, I'm pretty sure y'all already probably like, what? How do you do that? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, who does that? Yeah, that's the same thing I was thinking too for a tad bit. I just was like, who does that or whatever. So yeah, before I get into this video, I just want to say, like, y'all hear me sniffling a little bit. I kind of got like a cold or whatever, but I just wanted to tell y'all this story while I was like on my mind and while I just like came back to me or whatever like that. So yeah, if you hear me sniffling, don't really pay that no mind. And also, for everybody that's like a nurse and stuff like that, please don't like take this video too serious because like I know sometimes like people be in other people's comments like going like so hard over like what they believe in or whatever like that, but this video for real is like, it's just what I went through. Like, it's no need for anybody to like come over here and be all like, you know, oh, you didn't take it serious. You like, it's just like a little funny video or whatever. So yeah, like I said, all my nurses and stuff, like, please just pipe it down. Or like, you know, if y'all gonna watch this video, okay, just watch it. But like, don't come in my comments and just be all like, you know, just all extra and because like it's not giving that. Like, it's like I said, it's just a quick little like, you know, a little story time, a little funny video, and get your kikis and just go ahead. Or like you could just click off. And you know, if y'all come in my comments like all crazy, I'm just gonna block you, period. So yeah, anyways, let me go on with the story time or whatever. I'm not about to even drag the intro or whatever like that. So let's get into the story time. So, like the other day or whatever, I was on Snapchat, and y'all know how Snapchat, it got all your memories. Like, if you know Snapchat, you know they will pull up some memories from years ago. Nobody really like be on Snapchat no more, but I've been kind of just getting back on there because I got my password back. I lost my password, and I haven't been on there for a minute, but I kind of been just getting back on there just, you know, out of just being bored, and I like their filters for, you know, pictures and stuff like that. So yeah, so I've been getting back on Snapchat and the memories are popping up. So I just was like scrolling through memories, just like looking at a bunch of motherfuckers I'm not friends with no more, and just like, you know, just scrolling like, oh, I remember this day, blah, blah, blah. Like, so I came across some pictures when I was going to nursing school, and I just was like, oh my God, let me just tell this story because it's a mess. Like, it's really a mess. So I decided to go to nursing school. This was probably like, what, like 3 years ago, almost like 4 years ago now. So I decided to go to nursing school because I had got fired from my job that I was at before, you know, prior to me going to nursing school. But let me not even say I got fired. They had me fucked up and I left. So yeah, like one thing about me, I don't care about these fucking jobs. Like, my end goal is not to have to work a job anyway, so I don't be caring for. So yeah, they had me fucked up, so I decided to leave. Me leaving that job at the time, I had nothing but time, so I was like, okay, well, I need to just find something to do or whatever. So I had a friend. Well, let me not even say had a friend. Me and her are still friends or whatever. So she had a job as like a patient care tech, or I guess you could just say she was a CNA at the hospital or whatever like that. So she was telling me like, oh, I can get you a job here, but you gotta have, you know, your certs and stuff like that. So if you get your certs, I can get you a job here. They pay real good. You'll be in the hospital. You know, if you know, everybody, I feel like everybody at one point in time wanted like a hospital job, just because like, who don't want to work in the hospital? Like, the hospital is, you know, where it's at. Or at least people just be like, oh, I want a hospital. You know, you just get a hospital job, you feel so official. Can't nobody tell you nothing. Like, you the baddest, like, because you working at the hospital. So anyways, yeah, so my friend was working at the hospital and she was like, yeah, I can get you in this job. Like, me and my manager, we real cool, but you just gotta have your certs though. So if you get your certs, you know, come back to me, let me know, and you know, I can try to work some things out so you can get a job at the hospital. Like I said, I just quit my job. I didn't have anything else to do. So I was like, all right, like, you know, that's it. All right, let me see if I can find somewhere to, like, you know, take the class or whatever. So I was just doing my research and stuff like that. And I seen another girl, she was like wearing scrubs or whatever in her picture. So I asked her like what she did, and she said, you know, she was in a nursing home or whatever like that. So I was like, do you take a class or like a program and stuff like that? She told me about this program. I'm not gonna say the name about it because I don't want them to, I don't want no parts of them. So I'm not gonna tell y'all the name, but yeah, so she told me where she went or whatever. So she was like, yeah, call them. Da, da, da. She was like, you can pull their number up. But anyways, she was like, matter of fact, no, I got their number. So she was like, let me send you their number and you can call them and, you know, see what's up and see if they still doing this program or whatever. So I was like, all right, cool. So probably like a couple hours later or whatever, she wrote back and she really gave me their number. So I was like, okay, I'm going to call them on Monday. So Monday came and I had called. Mind you, this was a free program or whatever like that. So Monday came and then I had called them. I was like, hello, like, you know, y'all got a nursing program or, you know, like, what do I got to do to basically, you know, get in? Like I said, I had nothing but time. So I really ain't even care for, let me just let y'all know, like, I never really thought about being a nurse or anything. So this was just me just doing anything because, like, I had nothing but time. So I called them. I'm like, what do I got to do to get into the program? And, you know, like, how much is it? Is it like a fee? Like, just basically like what I got to do. So the program was free. So I was like, oh, bet. Like, I'm about to just go to that joint and see what it's hitting for or whatever. So I had to, you know, go up there and do like a little interview type of thing and, you know, fill out the application. And I had to, basically, you know, you just go and put your info in and fill out the app. And you had to wait for them to call you back to let you know if you got in or not, which was only probably like 2 days. So, you know, I did all that. Days later come, you know, they called me and they was like, you know, you got in, you can start. They told me my start date. So I'm hype. I'm like, oh, okay, like, I'm about to be a nurse. Like, I'm about to work my way up to the top. Like, you know, like, I'm about to get my way to the hospital. You know, I'm getting to the big bag. Like, so they told me when I can start, I had to go buy scrubs because they didn't give you none. So I went to Walmart and bought me some scrubs. I was hyped. Like, I had bought me like some little navy blue scrubs. I had gray scrubs. I think I'm gonna insert some pictures too while I'm talking about this so y'all can see. Like, I swear I was like, I don't know. So anyways, yeah, so like I said, I bought my scrubs. This is when I can start, so I'm all hyped. Like, I'm telling people, like, yeah, I'm about to be a nurse. Like, I'm going to nursing school, like, change of field. Everybody was like, oh, okay, like, do that. Like, you know, you coming up or whatever. So I get my scrubs, and then after I did all that, you know, they called me and told me I had to come in and get a TB shot. Mind you, they shot me twice, and I hate the process of a TB shot because you go up there, they shoot your arm up, and then you leave. And then you got to come back probably like 2 or 3 days afterwards. You come back, they just look at your arm and then you go head home. I did not like that because the place where I was going to school, it was like 30, 40 minutes away from where I lived at. So like, I'm coming all the way down here just for y'all to take a peek at my arm and then I had to leave. Like, they literally look at your arm like this. And then they be like, they write something down on the paper and then you can go ahead. Why am I coming this far just for y'all to do that? So anyways, everything, you know, I passed everything, you know, everything was good. So at this point now, I'm just waiting for my start date to come. All right, cool. My start date come. I had to be to school at 7 a.m. I was in school all day from like 7 a.m. to, I think like 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. or probably was like 7 to 3 because I guess it probably was like 7 to 3. You know, like a regular, you know, work shift, you was there all day. So the first day of school, I met this girl. I'm not gonna say her name, but me and her, we still cool. Like, I met her and like, cause me and her, like, we both was kind of like the same. Like, we didn't want to talk to nobody for real, and we kind of peeped each other vibe. And then when we started talking, like, we realized that okay, like we both are like each other. Like, she be cackling and I be cackling and stuff like that, whatever. So like, we kind of clicked. So me and her was like this, like, we was going to lunch breaks together. Like, we would get in my car and we would like ride somewhere for like lunch and stuff like that. And like, she would ride home with me and stuff like that. That's really my dog. Like, we still cool to this day. So anyway, I had tests every single day. Like, we had tests every single day. Mind you, if you come in at 7 a.m. and you be there all the way until 3 and you just got like a test every day, sometimes we had like 2 tests, like, you gonna be burnt out. Like, I know I was burnt out, like, getting up. First of all, I was getting up at like 5:30 in the morning just to make it here, just for me to get kicked out. Like, well, we gonna get to that. So it was okay. Like, the classroom part was okay, but like, this is where like stuff started to kind of like have me like, oh, whoa, I don't know. Class was only 4 weeks long. Come on. So, okay. So like the first 3 weeks we was in the classroom. We was doing stuff on like the test dummies or whatever. Mind you, I never really wanted to be a nurse. I just was doing it so I can get a job at the hospital. So when we was doing work, like, you know, on the dummies and stuff like that, I was kind of like, like, this not for me. Like, I don't really want to like do all this. Like, you had to like wipe them down, but at first it was okay because we was working on the dummies, and me and my friend, we just was like playing around or whatever. And I was cool with a lot of people in there, but we always just playing around in the classroom and stuff like that. But you needed to work with like real live patients, and that's when shit got real. Like, I seen some stuff like I never seen before, and that's why I say like, I don't want to like offend anybody that's like a nurse and all like that, because like, I can really commend y'all for what y'all do, because it's really not for everybody. Like, everybody is not built. I'm one of them. Like me, I knew that wasn't for me. So like, you know, me explaining the story, I don't want to offend y'all. I'm just like letting y'all know, like, you know, how it was for me. That's all. But anyways, I'm on the floor or whatever, and I just seen some stuff that like, I never seen before, and I never thought about like seeing. I never didn't want to see. Like, clients was like, I mean, not clients, patients was like peeing in their diapers, and you had to like really like clean their ass, and you had to like get down and dirty. Like, it was this one patient, she was like huge. I'm talking like 400 pounds, and like they had to put her on a machine to like pull her out the bed, and they had to put her from the machine into like her wheelchair, and she could barely fit in a wheelchair. And then when they was taking people to go and take a shower for the day, they had like a table inside this room, and like some of the patients was like real big and like huge. Like, they had to lay back on the table, and they had to like get washed down like a dog. And I just was like, I'm not doing this. Like, is this really what you gotta do? And, oh my God, some old people, I like old people, but I hate old people at the same time. Like, old people, they be funny as hell, but they be annoying as hell at the same time. Like, some of them be funny because like they be kind of rude. Like, I don't know, people like old people that be rude be funny to me, because it's like, old lady, like, go ahead, like, who you talking to? But like, or just hearing them just be rude, just be like funny, or you just hear them get smart. Like, them old people was getting smart with a lot of the nurses in there, because it was LPNs and, you know, RNs in there that like really already worked there and stuff, and we was kind of like taking direction from them and helping them, and some of the patients was getting smart with them. Like, this one lady, every day when it was time for her to take her medicine, she would curse the nurse out like, "You bitch, you're trying to kill me, you're poisoning me, I'm not taking my meds." And I was like, this shit too much. I don't see how they do it. Like I said, I really commend nurses, because I don't know how. Like, maybe it's different in the hospital, like if you an LPN or an RN, but being in that nursing home setting, trying to be a nurse, absolutely not. No. And that was going on for about like a week, and I'm just telling myself, I'm like, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm waking up at 5:30 to go to this place to finish my classes, and I'm just like, I do not want to be here. Like, Jesus, take the wheel. Like, I'm driving in my car, like, don't want to go. So anyways, it was the last week or whatever. I'm like, it's almost over. Thank you, Mandro. I just had my end goal. I was trying to go to this class, get my certification or whatever, and I was going to hit my friend up because I was about to get this job at the hospital, and I was about to be getting into the bag. That shit came tumbling down. It was the day before the last day, and this is like, This is when my whole life just crumbled. Like, my whole nursing career just crumbled, I guess you could say that or whatever. So, like I said, every day for the last week, we was going to the real nursing home side or whatever, and we was working with the patients. So every day in the morning, we would go over there and you would wait for your instructor to come and get you. As we waiting for the instructor, you know, everybody talking, eating chips in the morning like it's high school, or, you know, everybody clicked up, or some people sitting over here, some people sitting over there. You know, it's the morning time, people coming in, strolling in. So we down there chilling or whatever. I had made a joke about how one of the girls put the diaper on the patient. Because, like, she put the diaper on the patient wrong one of them days, and, you know, I'm laughing about it. Me and my friend, we laughing about it, we betting about it and stuff, and people hear us talking about it, and they start laughing. First of all, let me just say, some of these bitches in this class that I went to was dumb as, like, some of them couldn't read, they couldn't write, like, and for a little bit, like, I was kind of feeling a little questionable about myself. Like, why am I here? Like, I feel like I'm somewhere with, like, each one teach one. So, like, I was like, I don't belong here. Like, like, y'all know what they be doing. But they was some of them was, like, so cool people, though. Like, but anyway, so yeah, like I said, we was in the lobby waiting for our instructors to come, and I'm cracking jokes or whatever. We banned on the girl who put the damn diaper on the patient wrong. Mind you, I was looking at her a couple days ago, put the diaper on the patient wrong, and I'm just like, this girl, child. Every time when it was time to do something like nasty with the patients, I would like walk off, so I don't gotta do it, or I would act like I gotta go to the bathroom or whatever. So basically, the most that I was doing was like passing out like food trays and stuff like that, because like I said, whenever something came nasty, I would just get up and be like, or I would go hide in the supply closet or act like I'm getting fresh sheets and shit like that. Like, I was not doing that. Like, I was not doing that at all. Like, no, I'm not. I barely be wanting to fucking change a baby diaper. Like, I'm not doing that. So yeah. So the second to the last day came, and like I said, we was bidding the girl put the diaper on fast. So then she said something like smart, like,
whoever got so smart say like, you bitches like,
it's like, like, she just started like going off, but she wasn't going off at me. She started going off at some other girl, and not even the girl who I was friends with. She started going off at some other girl because that girl was laughing. So the girl was like, y'all bitches got something to say it to me. Like, y'all ain't really about shit for real. Like, I'm from North Philly. Like, I smack bitches, da-da-da. And I was like, ooh. Like, so then the girl jumped up or whatever, and she was like, yeah, bitch, I was laughing, like, because you didn't know what the fuck you were doing, da-da-da. Like, so they real life arguing in the nursing home, like, in the nursing home in front of the old people and everything. Like, people was literally in their wheelchairs, like, scrolling by, just looking like they rice pudding and shit like that. And I'm saying back, I'm like, oh, okay, like, that one left. So yeah, like, they going back and forth. The girl like, yeah, I laughed. Ain't nobody going to do nothing about it. Duh. So then it was another boy who was in the class. He said something, taking up for his friend who was, like, laughing. He told the girl who started going off, he was like, it's not even that serious. Like, you need to calm down. Duh. So she said something smart to him, and then, like, they started, like, going back and forth. So, like, it was kind of like a frenzy. Like, somebody's friend was coming in over here. This friend was coming in over here. So it was just all this loud chaos or whatever like that. So the instructor came down, and she was like, oh, no. Oh, no. Like, it's too early. Like, how old are we? Da-da-da. Like, the instructor was, like, pissed or whatever. Because, like I said, we was in a nursing home in front of, like, they was in front of patients and stuff like that. Like, arguing and stuff like that. So the clinicals ended up getting canceled for us that day, and we had to go across to the classroom area. So we get to the classroom area, and, like, everybody just quiet because it's like, wow. Like, so I'm just like, oh, okay, like, that was a lot. Oh, we all just sitting over there, and they bring, like, people from, like, HR in there, and they all like, that wasn't necessary. Like, y'all bitches really in here fighting or whatever, and we in a nursing home. We supposed to be here to, like, help these old people, and, like, y'all in here fighting or whatever. Mind you, I'm just like, I was like, wow. Like, it was like, yo, them bitches really was throwing their shit up and everything. Like, I was like, yo, this is really like crazy. So anyways, like I said, we in the classroom. The classroom was across from like one of the nursing homes. So the way that like the nursing home facility was like set up, it was like three buildings on like a campus. So it was like this building over here, this one building over here, and like it was another building like over there. That's where like the little classroom instruction like area was at. And then, like I said, when it was that week for us to do clinicals, we had to go over to that building. So anyways, we getting back to the classroom, and you know they about to start. You know, I at this point I don't know what's going on. We just was sitting there. They just had us sitting there, whatever. We was sitting there for a minute. So the two girls who really got into it first, they was the two that had left. They got called out of the class or whatever. Nobody know where they went. Like, nobody never seen them. Like, time going by after that. So I'm sitting here just like on my phone. And then somebody come in or whatever, and they was like,
Decline. You need to go to HR right now. They waiting for you at HR.
I'm like, what the fuck I do? Like, I need to go to HR for it. But I'm like, okay. Like, so I guess HR was like the principal's office or whatever, I'm guessing. So I'm like, okay. So I walked to HR or whatever like that. And I get HR, it's fucking cops inside the fucking office. I'm like, cops? And this wasn't like, you know, like nursing homes and hospitals be having like, you know, little security guards and stuff like. No, these was like real life cops. Like, they had like guns on their hips and they had like them sticks and like mace and shit. I was like, is y'all about to lock me the fuck up? Like, so I'm just sitting here and I'm looking and I'm like, okay. Mind you, I'm a little nervous because the person at HR, I'm not even going to say that because, yeah, I don't even want to like cause too much. Anyway, so I'm just nervous because, yeah, it's cops and shit in here. Like, I don't play with cops. I don't talk to cops. I don't like being around cops. None of that. Like, if you know, you know. Like, cops, like, I get so nervous around cops to the point where even if cops is driving behind me, like, I will go the wrong way just so cops won't be behind me when I'm driving. Like, so anyways, yeah, so it's cops in there. So I sit down and I'm talking to like the director at HR, and she like, what happened? And I was like, what you mean? She like, what happened? I'm like, oh, well, clearly, as you know, like, these two bitches was in here about to rip each other's fucking heads off or whatever. So I'm like, they was getting ready to fight, and we was watching. She was like, but you started it. And I was like, what? But you started it. So I'm like, what? She was like, you started the fight and the chaos that was going on over there inside the nursing home, you know, in front of the patients and stuff. So I was like, how the fuck did I start it? Like, she was like, everybody that came in here, they all said your name. So I was like, bitches are snitching on me now. So she was like, you instigated that fight. I'm like, how did I instigate the fight? She was like, everybody can't all have the same story about you saying that you did it, right? So I was like, I didn't know what you're talking about because I swear, like, I did not start anything. Mind you, that's like, it just was crazy. So I'm looking at her, I'm like, bitch, what the hell are you talking about? She said, everybody came in here, that came in here so far, said that, you know, you were talking smack. She literally said you was talking smack. I'm like, okay, what was I saying? Like, she said, you were talking about a diaper and somebody put it all wrong. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, how old are we? Like, so I guess somebody snitched on me and said that I started the whole diaper comment or whatever. And okay, so I'm like, I told her, I'm like, I mean, I said something about it, but like, we was like talking, like, it's not my fault that bitches decided to take it up a fucking notch and wanted to be all, oh, you can't beat me. Like, that ain't my fucking fault. Bitches want to be acting the fuck rowdy, like they in the fucking hood. So she was like, yeah, but we can't have that, so give me your badge. I was like, what? She was like, give me your badge. So every day we had to wear like, you know, like a little badge with your picture and stuff like that and say that you was a student. So she took my badge. I felt like I was on charm school. And when, you know, when Monique be expelling the girls, she take their little pen or whatever. I feel like I was one of them.
Competitions. And for you to every elimination, I be on the chopping block. This time, you, I'm gonna say what I want to say, and it's done. I'm going home. Don't give me.
I handed her my badge, and she was like, "You are to leave here immediately. You're gonna get escorted out by the police." She was like, "If you ever come back on this building again, you're gonna get arrested for trespassing." And I was like, "All this over a diaper?" I'm like, all right, I didn't want to be here for real anyways. You know, you always say some little shit like that when you be salty, but I just was like, wow. Mind you, y'all, this is the day before the last day. I've been getting up at 5:30 every fucking day to come to this shithole from 7 to 3, do some nasty ass shit that I don't want to do, and now I got myself kicked the fuck out. So I get up or whatever. So the cops really like trying to escort me out or whatever. They like, "Did you drive here? Did you catch the bus?" I'm like, "I drove." So they walking me to my car. I was like, "Y'all have to walk me to my car?" They was like, "Do you want to get arrested?" I'm like, yo, like, these people on 10. What the hell? So I grab myself. I'm walking to my car. I'm like, they kicked me the fuck out. I didn't even get a chance to say bye to none of the friends that I made, like, because they was still in the classroom or whatever. Like, I didn't get a chance to say bye to nobody. Like, I really just had to get my shit, and I just had to fucking leave. Like, the cops was escorting me all the way to my car. Like, they literally walked me to my car door, watched me get in my car, and they watched me pull off. And he reassured, again, like, if you come back up here, you will be arrested. But that was years ago, so maybe I should go up there now and try it and see what them bitches is up to. It's like, no, I'm not gonna do that because, but yeah, so I was like kind of salty because I'm not even gonna say I was mad. I'm just more so salty because, like I said, I wasted a whole month of my fucking time and I was supposed to be here to get certified. Mind you, I was gonna burn their asses anyways because I was gonna go there to get certified because it was the fuck for free, and I was gonna take my certification and run my ass to the hospital and have my friend get me a job at the hospital. But I couldn't even do that because like my dumb ass got kicked out of the fucking school before I even fucking finished. Like I couldn't even do that because my dumb ass got kicked out of school on basically the last fucking day. Who does that? Like, who does that? I really just wasted my time. But like I said, I wasn't mad. I just was salty. I couldn't be mad, I guess, because, you know, I guess that's just on me. Like, I just took that shit to the chin. Like, I take a lot of shit to the chin. And I just was like, okay, like, whatever. And, like, my mom and them was asking me, like, oh, so what's up with the program? Da-da-da. Like, I ain't never tell nobody that I, like, got kicked out because they was going to be like, what? I just was like, it wasn't for me. Like, I didn't want to do it. So my mom was like, after a month, you realize it wasn't for you. I was like, like, I mean, she probably wasn't. What she was gonna do? I just ain't feel like hearing that lady mouth. But my friend was like, "You're crazy," and I was just like, "Okay, I guess like let me just find something else to do, I guess, or whatever." Like I said before that, I never even really seen myself like being a nurse, but like I do got respect for like nurses and CNAs and you know care techs and stuff because like they do a lot of work, a lot of nasty stuff. I couldn't even imagine doing some of that stuff every single day. Like, well, maybe I could be an RN, but then the nasty part, like CNA stuff, no. So I salute to y'all because I'm not doing that. But anyways, this was like a quick little story time. Like I said, I got on Snapchat and seeing pictures and stuff, which reminded me of like, I was like, yo, I really was trying to be a nurse. So like I said, I wanted to share this little story. But yeah, so that's my story time about how I got kicked out of nursing school. So if y'all like this video in the comments, you know, let me know if you're a nurse or whatever. And I'll see y'all in my next video.